close attention because I'm only going to say this once.
Jackie Reed, inside her story.
From New York, up in Harlem, Jackie Reed goes inside her story. Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Sherry. Happy Tuesday, everybody. So, Tom, who can forget that inspiring photo of the 2-year-old little girl looking up at the Michelle Obama portrait in the National Portrait Gallery, right? Mm-hmm. Still just takes my breath away every time I see it. Well, that photo of the little girl, as we all know, went viral and led to her actually meeting our former First Lady. And now, little Parker, along with her mother, Jessica, have written a book about their experience. I'm going inside her story with New York Times bestselling author, 4-year-old Parker Curry, and her mom, Jessica. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. So listen.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Parker. Yes, 4 years old, and she has got a lot to say. We love it. So let me start with you, Mom. So Parker Looks Up, An Extraordinary Moment, that's the name of the book, is a New York Times bestseller. How did this moment become a book in the first place?
Yeah, it's still pretty unbelievable that it is a New York Times bestseller.
Right?
But we're so grateful for everyone's support. That moment that we went to the National Portrait Gallery and I took her to see Miss Obama's portrait certainly was a moment that I didn't think would lead to a children's book or lead to meeting Mrs. Obama. But we're really excited that it did. And I'm so glad that our picture book was able to capture the magic of that moment so that people everywhere can relive that moment with us.
So this is a children's book for a certain age group. Tell us about it.
Yep, it's a children's picture book. The illustrations are beautiful. It's about 40 pages long, and it's geared towards children ages 4 through 8. But readers of all age can definitely draw inspiration from the story.
Sounds like a great holiday book. So take us back to that moment at the, at the National Portrait Gallery. Is it true that you did not actually take the photograph or post it? Someone else did?
I did not take the photo. We were there, and it was our turn to view the portrait, and I was really excited to get a picture of Parker with the portrait behind her. And when she stepped in front of that portrait, I was practically begging her, please, Parker, turn around so I can take a picture. But she was fixated, and little did I know she was awestruck. And there was an individual who was also waiting in line to see the portrait, and he could see her facial expression as she was kind of stuck there in that moment, fixated on Miss Obama's portrait, and he took the photo. So no, I did not take it, and he later posted the photo to Facebook, and that is actually how I found out he took the photo.
Does Parker have any brothers and sisters?
Parker has a brother and a sister. She has a little sister named Ava, who's 3, and she has a new baby brother named Cash, who's 4 months old.
Congratulations. So when you had the opportunity to meet Michelle Obama, because the video of Parker and Michelle Obama dancing, I will never get over it. What was that moment like, meeting Michelle Obama?
It was definitely more than I expected. Miss Obama is extremely gracious, extremely down to earth, but like at the same time still so, regal. She's a really special woman, and meeting her and seeing her interact with Parker and talk to Parker and then dance with Parker, was a moment like none of us will forget. And it's certainly been life-changing.
Did Parker make the connection that that's who was in that portrait?
Yeah.
Did she get that? Because she's so young.
Absolutely. She did make the connection that that's who that was. Before we went to see the portrait, she knew we were going to see the portrait of the First Lady, Michelle Obama. She was already familiar with who she was at the time. She had seen her on Ellen, so she had seen her, on TV and in print and magazines. So when she saw her in person, she most definitely made the connection, and she was ecstatic.
Oh, I hear Parker there. She's on her way to school this morning.
But I was just excited, not ecstatic.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Now we see why she's a New York Times bestseller. She knows her words.
Extremely articulate.
I see. Now, how has all of this been for you and your family, Jessica? I mean, have you
A
are you still
newborn
pinching
and a New
yourself?
York
I
Times.
know. Are you still pinching
Yeah,
yourself?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Every day. I mean, the baby's only 4 months old, so I'm still pinching myself like, oh, you're here. And he's our first boy, too, so it's still kind of unbelievable. And then the book was kind of born shortly after he was born, and it's been a wonderful whirlwind. Everyone we have met has been so generous and so kind and just so warm with Parker. And we've loved every single opportunity that we've had to talk about the book. And, I've absolutely from the beginning said that I was going to let Parker lead. When Parker was tired of doing interviews, she was going to stop, and that's just what we were going to do. But Parker has led, and Parker loves to talk about her book. She loves to meet new people. So read my book. And she loves to read her book.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
To everybody.
Mrs. Curry, where did the dress come from? How did that happen with her wearing the Michelle Obama dress that's in the portrait?
Okay, so shortly after Parker went viral, there's a children's clothing maker, company called Magnolia Lake Children's Clothing, and they make what they call their mini Michelle Obama dress, which is a replica of that Millie gown that Michelle Obama is wearing in the portrait. And they reached out, and the dressmaker was actually inspired to start making that mini Michelle Obama gown after Parker went viral. So she really wanted to send Parker the dress because Parker is who inspired her to make it. And we were quite busy. We found a hard time connecting. And then when Halloween came,
it was the perfect time to wear it.
Absolutely.
I love it. Are there more books in the work? What's next for the two of you?
Will you take your son to see the portrait of the president?
I hope so.
He's 4 months old, but he has been to see it. What's next is we're working on another book with Simon & Schuster, and Parker Looks Up may very well be turned into an animated series sometime soon.
Oh, so happy, so happy. And Jessica, real quick, you were saying to me on the phone that you are a big fan of Tom Joyner since you were young.
I am a huge fan, Tom. You have no idea. I am 31 years old, but I spent all of my childhood listening to you. So it is an absolute honor, an unbelievable honor. Hi, Mom. That I'm talking to you.
Where did you grow up listening to Tom?
In Washington, D.C. I'm a native Washingtonian.
Nice.
Nice.
Well,
good luck on
congratulations.
everything.
Yeah.
And
Thank
please.
you so much, Parker. Do you want to say hi? Hi, Tom.
Hi, Parker.
So cute. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Parker.
Thank you.
Bestseller.
Continued blessings and good luck to you.
Oh, my gosh. It's so cute.
Oh.